Hello students, let us continue chapter number 16, that is climate. So today we are going to discuss our next topic, that is seasons of India. In India, weather remains almost same for every 2 months. So duration of each 2 months is called a season. As per our Indian tradition, that is Hindu calendar, India experiences 6 seasons. They are Hemant, Shishir, Vasant, Grishma, Varsha, and Sharad. However, there is hardly any noticeable difference in the weather between two successive seasons. So, if two seasons are taken simultaneously, then there would be only 3 seasons of the year, namely winter season, summer season, and rainy season. One can notice significant changes between these 3 seasons. Cold weather can be clearly experienced with the beginning of winter. Rise in temperature can be clearly witnessed in summer, whereas with the onset of monsoon, air gathers moisture and bring rain. Now, Indian Meteorological Department of Government of India at Delhi has divided the climate of India into 4 seasons. They are cold weather season, that is winter, December to February. Then hot weather season, summer, March to May. Advancing monsoon, that is rainy season, June to September. And retreating monsoon season, October to November. Now, student, you can see the chart given in your textbook, that is seasons of India. You can go through it. Okay. Now, cold weather season, that is winter, December to February. India experiences winter between the months of December and February. India lies in northern hemisphere. Sun shines vertically over southern hemisphere between 22nd September to 21st March. Since India is situated in northern hemisphere, sun rays fall on it slantly between December and February. Hence, low temperature prevails in India at this time. Winds blow from northeast direction from Central Asia. These winds are dry and cold, and so the weather in India also remain dry and cold. The sky during this season generally remains clear, that is, sky is cloudless. The northwest region of India is far away from the sea and has some part of it as desert. Thar Desert of Rajasthan. Hence, this region remains comparatively cooler. During winter, this region develops high pressure and this deflect the winds. This high pressure generates dry and cool winds. These winds reduce the temperature of the places over which they blow. For example, temperature in Delhi often goes below 10 degrees centigrade during winter, whereas it remains somewhat higher with around 16 degrees centigrade in Allahabad and 18 degrees centigrade in Kolkata. The temperature in Himalayas is much less in winter, For example, the temperature of Shimla and Darjeeling is around 5 degrees centigrade in January. After the snowfall occurs in Himalayas, the cold and heavy winds rush towards the North Indian plains. As a result, this plain, along with Gujarat and Rajasthan, experience cold waves. Temperature in these regions suddenly decrease. Moreover, frost in some area even destroy the cotton crop. On the whole, temperature does not fall below freezing point during winter except for the high mountainous region. The central Himalayas obstruct the extremely cold wind coming from Central Asia and protects India from severe cold and temperature from going below freezing point. Now, student, for your knowledge, you can go through like to know given in your textbook. Jet stream and western disturbances. Now, the situation of winter in South India is quite different than the North India. South India is a peninsula situated in torrid zone near the equator. Since this peninsula is very narrow, its inner area is not very far from sea coast. As a result, South India neither remains very cold nor very hot. That is, the weather remains moderate throughout the year. In other words, the weather does not experience severe cold as North India. During January, the temperature remains around 26 degrees centigrade at Kochi, 25 degrees centigrade at Madurai, and 24 degrees centigrade at Chennai. The mountainous regions of South India experience low temperature. Also, the temperature decreases as one moves towards north from south of South India. In India, winter is very pleasant and healthy season. Winter days are shorter and nights are long and cool. This often results in dew and fog in early morning. Dry winds blow from landmass to sea. Generally, these winds do not bring rain. However, northeast winds entering India from Bay of Bengal contain humidity. These winds bring rain in the Coromandel coast. Northeast India gets some rain due to the western disturbances and thunderstorms. This rain is very useful for the Rabi crop in Punjab and Haryana. Sometimes these winds bring rain in Gujarat. This unseasonal rain in Gujarat is locally called Mautu. Now, student, for your knowledge, you can go through like to know given in your textbook. So, our next topic is now warm weather season, that is summer. Grishma season, March to May. In India, the warm and dry season between March and May is called summer. During this period, the sun rays fall vertically from south to north gradually and the landmass becomes warmer. Temperature increases continuously. The month of March is the hottest month in southern India. You can underline this sentence, it can come in 1 mark in the exam. During summer, temperature exceeds 40 degrees centigrade at many places. Central and northwest India experience maximum temperature during April and May. At some places, the temperature reaches around 45 degrees centigrade to 50 degrees centigrade. Thus, entire nation experiences very high temperature during summer. The summer in South India is little mild due to the altitude of peninsula and the plateau. Compared to North India, the temperature here remains low. For example, the temperature of Delhi and Allahabad in north remains about 34 degree centigrade, whereas that of Madurai and Bangalore in south remains 30 degrees centigrade and 27 degrees centigrade respectively. Looking to these figures, we can say that physical features and proximity to sea have dominating effect on the temperature in south. Now student, for your knowledge, again you can go through like to know given in your textbook. Tropical cyclones develop over Bay of Bengal and over Arabian Sea during summer. These cyclones advance towards coastal area and cause devastating effects there. Most of the country experiences hot and dry weather during summer. Most of the places do not receive any rain in this season. However, sometimes Malabar coast gets some rain which helps the mango and coffee crop. This rain is called Amra Vrusti. Now student, I will explain you the further topic in my next video. Thank you.